Hello everyone, hope everyone's doing good. This is another DCS World PvP video, and recently Eagle Dynamics had a offer on Steam where they had a 50% discount on selected products, I believe, and they had the Flaming Cliff package for almost $30. So I thought might as well go and get that one. I already had the MiG-29 and the F-15 Eagle fighter plane as well already. So I wanted to try out the Sukhoi 27 and the A-10 Warthog. So after I got the Flaming Cliffs package for $30, I also got the Sukhoi 33 along with it. So it was a good, definitely a good buy for the price. And once I played with the Sukhoi 27, I noticed that its data link capabilities were pretty decent, and you can use it to improve your situational awareness during a PvP battle. A PvP scenario is pretty easy, to be honest. PvE scenario is pretty easy because you can just use the F10 map and get the kills, because they usually have they don't have too much of fog of war in a PvE scenario. But in PvP you have fog of war, so that way the situational awareness plays a key role into this. And normally when you use a MiG-29, you do not have the data link capabilities, so you have to keep on waiting for the AVACs giving out the radio, the bearing, range and altitude calls for it, and you have to map it in your brain to see how it is. So it's really hard to maintain a 1-to-1 kill to death ratio with the MiG-29. But with the Sukhoi 27, I observed that it's a lot easier, and that's why this particular video I got a bit more lucky on this. Just to show luck that I just took used the terrain to my advantage, and with the combination of data link, you can definitely plan it even better. And though the targets that I took down was, I think, 2 F-18s and 1 F-15 and 1 F-16, they have data link too, but I guess in this case I probably dived down so deep into the mountains that the radar signature of my plane just disappeared, and thus I had a opportunity to do a sneak attack on them. So let me play this thing right now. I don't have the replay of the original video, unfortunately, but I have the Tacview, which I downloaded from PvP Crawling Sidewinder server, and that's the PvP server that I always play on. So right now, as you do see right now, there's some fight going on already over here. I'm not going to explain about this engagement. I did fire an R-27 ET missile, long range Fox 2, but he probably uses flares, and then I lost it. And as soon as I come closer to the main engagement, which I'm going to explain later on, how the scenario, how the battle took place, so that I'm going to slow down to probably 0.5 of this the duration of the speed at which the time is going on. And so in this loadout for my Sukhoi 27, I usually load it out with 2 R-27 ET, that's extended the Fox 2 missiles, heat-seeking, and then I do have 4 R-27 ERs. I think they are the extended radar range missiles, but I'm not that familiar with the R-27 ER missiles. But at some point I'll have to practice with them and see how I could use them as good as how I can use an R-27 ET or the other missile, which is known as the R-73 Archers. So yeah, so that is the loadout for this one. I do use 4 other, apart from the 4 R-27 ERs, I do also have 4 R-73 Archers as well for close range. And so that's the loadout. And due to this, sometimes the Sukhoi 27 is kind of a slow plane with all this loadout, but compared to the MiG-29. But overall, the situational awareness with the Sukhoi 27 is drastically more. It makes the whole just going into the battle, it just gives more confidence than a MiG-29. Though MiG-29 can be used more effectively when you have other players on a wipe call, so that way you can your friendly players can give you the data link indications to you, and then using the MiG-29 you can try and get kills that way. So anyways, in this particular engagement, as we're coming close to this is the area where the engagement had begun, and I do have one friendly F-16 who is also targeting this particular pilot over here with an F-15, because I did notice in long range that there was a target right here, and I'm trying to aim at him. As you can see, this dotted line points to where I'm pointing the nose of the plane. So I was trying to go for this target first over here, and I thought I'll try to fire one of the Fox 2 extended missiles, the R-27ET. But though this guy is pretty low, deep in the valley, so I was trying to track him by trying to come to this way, but unfortunately I couldn't do that. By then this guy, the friendly F-16, tried to fire a missile at him, but looks like it just went, it had no tracking. And as I was trying to chase this F-15, as you can see on the backside, that we have two AIM-120 missiles chasing us right here. Looks like this AIM-120 is chasing another missile itself. Well, this one is actually tracking me, and thus, as you can see me here trying to fire out the shafts, because I know in the planes that we are up against are usually American type fighters, which they usually fire AIM-120Cs, which are radar guided Fox 3 missiles. So I'm using a lot of shafts here in the meantime, and trying to dodge it by trying to be staying low as possible. While over here, as you can see, this F-16 almost managed to he had a chance over here to fire a sidewinder against this F-15, but I guess he didn't see it because of the way he's positioning himself, because he probably missed him when this guy was right flying underneath him. So we'll go to this section later and go back to my plane over here. I'm still trying to dodge it, and on my data link I do see these three planes on the data link itself, and they're heading towards this direction. Well, I'm trying to hide as much as possible, and to my luck, as this AIM-120 comes close enough, luckily I managed to dodge this one. Probably due to the air resistance at lower altitudes, it just lost all the fuel it had to do, so it looks like it just stopped right there. Let me slow down this thing again, and as I dodge that missile, from my point of view, from the cockpit, when I look to the right side, I do see I could see three dots flying right on this side, and that's when I compared to my data link. I'm like, oh yeah, this is my only chance to try and get these guys, and hopefully I'll get probably 1 or 2 kills. But during this time, what I did is that I switched to vertical scan, and I picked up the first F-18, and this was really close range, so I picked up vertical scan. I switched to vertical scan, and I used the R-73 close range infrared missiles, Fox 2s. And my plan was as soon as I take this target off, I was I'm gonna try and go for the other F-16 that's also moving on this direction. So as soon as I took out this first target, and then I was trying to go to get a bit of more altitude so I can get to see both these targets. But as soon as I turned, I probably missed out where the F-16 had gone in, because from this point of view I'm able to see only one target. That was the F-18, and I was trying to go right behind him rather than move ahead like this, because if I had tried to go this direction, then what would have happened was that I would have fallen right under the crosshairs of the F-18, and the F-18 would have probably killed me while I was targeting the F-16. Now, again over here, I'm trying to switch to, as this is close range again, he is so close to me, so I used another R-73 Archer, switched my missiles to R-73, and these are infrared missiles. So I just fired one, and I was pretty confident about this missile because it's so close range, and plus this is tracking really good. And my plan was, after taking this F-18 down, the next target would be the F-16, And as the F-16 over here, as you can see the speed at which it's going, he's really going really fast over here, like 1.2 Mach. And I thought may not be able to catch him in time if I use my other close-range missiles. So my only option was to track this person using an R-27 ET, which has got, I think, closer to 10 to 15 nautical miles. And as soon as I managed to target him, so he's my third target over here. I was like pretty excited over here. As soon as I got these 2 kills, then I was like, wow, this is really good. So I started targeting this guy and fire the ET. And as this was going on, and as this was, so as here, as you can see over here, the F-16, which was trying to target the F-15 earlier on, had probably missed the visual, so he just tried to run back to base. But this guy, Plexi, F-15, got pretty lucky and he managed to get a target on the F-16. And in the meantime, this other F-16 over here, the enemy F-16, my ET managed to get a lock on him, and just by firing 1 missile, managed to take him out as well. And at this point I was thinking, okay, I can manage to get 3 kills, and I do see this one more dot, because if I had the replay it would have been much more easy to explain, but since with the Tacview I can only show you, what I could have possibly seen within the DCS World game itself. So for me, when I was trying to chase this F-15, I just saw the dot going underneath the mountain over there. But I also saw another plane at a higher altitude, but I was not sure whether it's a friendly or an enemy at that point in time. Because though the data link will give you some information, but sometimes it may not update all the information simultaneously. So there could be some bit of a lag. And probably he was like too far away too. So my target was I need to take this guy down as well and see if I can get the 4th kill as well. And should I have conserved my other additional missiles, I think I would have probably gone back into the battle and got my 5th kill. But so here I tried chasing this person down as well, but I was trying to hide in the mountains just to make sure that hopefully this guy, if he had so in case if this guy may have gone this way, then I would have been in trouble. So he would have probably had a better angle at me, and he would have probably fired a sidewinder at me, and I would have probably died. But I think this F-15, he would have probably detected this far F-16 over here, so he was probably trying to target this guy. Well, I was trying to move away and trying to get a better angle of attack here. And during this time, speed this thing a little bit faster. So this F-15 tries to detect a target long-range radar lock on the F-16 over here, the friendly F-16 which we have. And at the same time, this F-16 is trying to target this F-15 using long-range Fox 3 missiles. That is the AIM-120. But for me, over here, first what I did is I did target this person over here to identify if it's a friendly or an enemy. But then as soon as I realized he's a friendly, I targeted on this dot over here. And I was like, okay, I'm coming in close. This only missile that I've got was here an R-73. This close range, and I fired my missile. So, but this guy, unfortunately, to his bad luck, he thought that there was a missile come from this side because of this F-16. But he didn't realize I was right behind him, and I took him out using an R-73. I did fire 2 additional missiles here, the R-27 ERs. But for me, I just fired just in case, if the R-73s ever miss due to the flares that are being fired by the F-15. And so that was the 4th kill that I managed to get. And here, as you can see, the 120C, which was fired by the friendly F-16, almost missed me out over there. Luckily, it didn't track me, because sometimes friendly team kills do happen when the enemy goes down, and then you end up passing the you'll be in. If you pass the path in which the missile is there, that radar guided missile may track you and take you out instead. So so that was how these that's how I got these 4 kills. I should have gone back to the battle if I had, you know, additional missiles. I would probably gone back and probably try to get my 5th kill, and then I could have got a chance. Yeah, I could have had a chance to get the ace title as well. Because to get an ace, you had to get 5 kills in one story, and that way you can become the ace for that. So yeah, so that was the thing for me. And after I got my 4th kill, I was like, you know, I think I'm done for the day, and just returned back to base. And so yeah, so that is how this engagement had gone. And probably, maybe the next time I get a little bit lucky with this kind of scenario, I'll try and get the 5th kill in one story. So yeah, stay tuned. And if you guys would like to see me playing on the PvP server, you guys can follow on my Twitch channel. And sometimes we do have other guys as well. We do coordinate over Discord and play as a team itself. So that way it makes it easier to coordinate with the other pilots and try to strike at the enemy base, or probably air patrol around the center of the map and then try to pick up targets as we go there. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I wish I had the replay within the DCS World. I accidentally deleted it, but if I had it, it would have been so much more better to actually see the whole thing live in action. But the Tacview still gives a better situational idea about what is going on. As you can see, when you zoom out, you can see everything that's going on, and holy moly, who is this guy who finds so many missiles? Yeah, sometimes people just spam M120s, hoping it will just land on one of the planes. So yeah, so that was the engagement, and we'll probably see you guys next week.